All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking real issues, real music, and all kinds of real stuff, and doing it in real time for real people just like you and just like me. Howard Stern, who used to be a music DJ years ago, and some people in my profession when I was a radio broadcaster looked up to Howard Stern. I bet you like 90% of those people today would admit to not liking Howard Stern today. Howard Stern, he's been a vile human being for a long time. And what he does is he goes around and he says really outrageous things for the most part. He does do interviews, and he's not a bad interviewer, and he should probably stick to that. But instead, he makes ridiculous comments, and he thinks he's a medical expert. He thinks he's the slightly taller big bird version of the little emperor, to give Steve Perry's description a little more credence. This is just a vile human being to say that people who don't go along with the government narrative, people who believe in bodily autonomy, people who don't trust the medical system right now, the medical care which is available, those people have decided to go their own way, make their own decisions, and they don't want the government messing with their life, their body, their health care. And by the way, didn't we hear this argument like back in the 80s and 90s when women were coming forward and saying, my body, my choice, keep your hands off of my quote unquote health care, even though it wasn't health care. But you could compare that type of procedure with the new thing so there are similarities, right? There are some similarities to that, because this isn't about healthcare, people. It's about control. So someone called Stern, and he says that people who want to go to the hospital should be banned, and they should go home and die. They should go home and die. He says, if it was up to me, anyone who didn't do the thing would not be admitted to a hospital at this point. They have been given plenty of opportunity to comply. Well, he didn't use the word comply. He said, get the thing. This is on his Sirius XM radio show. And this is according to Variety. Anti-thingers have been told you will die if you get the thing. Some of you will live, but most of you will die. These people don't trust our government. Well, at least he's actually talking the truth. He's letting the truth get out with his condescending statements. They think that there's some conspiracy to turn them into a magnet or something, Stern said. Okay, so this paragraph obviously is designed to just belittle people, right? And to, if you have some kind of a reaction to this, then you're branded as some kind of weirdo. Now, he goes on to say, he's done it 3 times. And he says, the worst thing, I had a bit of a headache. All right, but there were a lot of listeners that told Stern, that this wasn't a conspiracy, that people have had problems, and of course they're not being reported by anybody. Why doesn't Howard Stern, because he has so much money, why doesn't he invest in an investigative team? Why doesn't he put someone on the job to find out if we're all crazy, the people that think there's a conspiracy afoot? Because for 2 years, we've been told one thing, and that goalpost continues to move and move and move. And the only thing that is left is, if you do this, you might not die. That's all they got. They can't prove that either, because in some countries, those statistics don't line up with that particular narrative. So it's just absolutely amazing. It is reprehensible. But again, you're looking at Hillary Clinton for president guy, like she's got your best interests at heart. I mean, these people are all just multimillionaires who look down upon anyone else that doesn't share their worldview, whatever that is, that the rich people are the smart people in the world? No, the people that go out to fix your AC, the people that do the plumbing, the electricians, the truckers, those are the people that make the country work, you bonehead. You are a big bird. It's just, and what a minor insult, huh? He's still mad at Steve Perry for calling him Big Bird, right? Look, I get it, all right? This is obviously to generate some interest in his show, which has to be suffering based on the fact that half the country, if not more, doesn't agree with his politics, and half the country, if not more, doesn't agree that what he's advocating is a panacea and is going to fix every medical problem that you have. Or it's what? It's going to fix a medical problem that you could have dealt with yourself, right? And people are saying, you know what, Howard, little emperor guy, yeah, I'm just gonna take my chances. You know, hey, you know what? I'll be fine to stay out of the cult medical system. That's what I would say to somebody. Fine, you don't want me going to the hospital? That's the last place I want to go anyway. That's the last place I want to go. I'll figure it out. I'll find somebody who is actually doing the Hippocratic Oath. Okay, do no harm. I'll find somebody who's doing that. Bonehead. This is just so despicable. But it's expected, because that's all these people know how to do. That's all. They just divide and hurt, and then they create fear, and then they're the solution to the problem. He's done it 3 times. It's just making him a better person. Every time he does it, he gets more and more insane. And you know what? If you've done it, good for you. If you've done it and you're fine, I wouldn't wish any ill will upon you. I would say go do some detox, right? If you've done it, go figure out how to get that crap out of your system. That's what I would do. But anyway, there are a lot of people that were pressured because of their job, and there are a lot of people who wanted to work in general. I mean, the concert industry, I mean, it's just ridiculous that you have to do this in order to play a concert for people. Anyway, that's my video on the topic. Haven't liked this guy for a long time. He was just an angry old perv at this point. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but this is certainly not sticking it to the man, is it? No, this is, I am the man now. Awesome, Howard. That's the way you want to be remembered, as somebody who was very compliant and stuck up for the man. Yeah, that's certainly questioning authority all day long. So much for that image, because that's out the window.